Welcome to Rocky Railway. My name is Diana Stiles, and I am a member of Hanscom Park United Methodist Church. I'm excited to be riding the rails with you this week. We'll start each night right here in the Rocky Railroad train station. This year's Vacation Bible School is unique because there are 4 churches joining together to bring a virtual Vacation Bible School. The 4 churches are St. Paul United Methodist, St. Luke United Methodist, First United Methodist, and Hanscom United Methodist churches. It has been fun meeting new friends and working together to bring you a fun-filled week riding the rails to new Bible adventures. Now, we're going to imagine that we would be on a journey on a steam train through the wild, vast, beautiful Rocky Mountains. A long time ago, trains were the fastest way to travel when you had to go far or up a big hill. Not many people ride steam trains like this anymore. Steam trains get their power from a steam engine. Imagine that this were a steam engine. It's like a tea kettle in the fact that when you put water inside and it boils and steam comes out, it makes it whistle. Pretty cool, huh? Well, inventors figured out a way to capture steam and turn it into power. Enough power for a train to pull thousands and thousands of pounds over tall Rocky Mountains. Trains have the power to cross miles and miles of deserts, carrying things to people who need them. Maybe when you think of power, you think of superheroes who have superpowers. Call out some superpowers you wish you had. I always wish I had the power to fly. I always thought that would be neat. Or maybe power makes you think of someone with huge muscles, like a weight builder. Strong muscles and superpowers are things we usually think of when we hear about power. But God has more power than either of those. God has the power to create mountains and oceans just by speaking. God has the power to love and forgive and comfort and heal. God is even more powerful than death. Jesus is God's very own Son, and He has all that power too. This week, we'll be talking about how we can trust Jesus' power to help us every single day. And later in the week, you'll hear about the life-saving power of Jesus' blood. Each day, we'll learn a Bible point, an important truth from the Bible to remember. Today, we'll explore how Jesus' power helps us do hard things. That's our Bible point. We need to hang on to Jesus' power to pull us through when things get tough. And today's Bible verse is, "For I can do everything through Christ who gives me strength." Christ is another name for Jesus. He gives us the strength we need to power through sadness or confusion or mad feelings. And all week long, we'll have a Bible buddy to help us remember these Bible points. All our buddies are animals that you could find somewhere in the Rocky Mountains. So let's take a look. We have Ramsey today. Okay, when you see Ramsey, remember, Jesus' power helps us do hard things. Now everyone, get aboard the Rocky Railway and let's ride to our first adventure. See you later.
Hey there, friends! Glad you're all on board for a rambunctious week of faith and fun at Rocky Railway. I'm Ramsey, a bighorn sheep. Can you guess why? Okay, that was too easy. Check out these cool, curvy horns God gave me. Ram's horns can weigh up to 30 pounds. That's as much as some of our littlest preschool buddies. Wow! My horns have to be tough, because we male sheep use them to keep other rams out of our territory. People who study rams say we can run into each other at 20 to 40 miles per hour. Bam! You can hear that sound for miles! Me and my herd hang out all over the majestic, massive Rocky Mountains. The Rocky Mountains rock! If you head up to find me, strap on your hiking boots. Sometimes my herd grazes in an alpine meadow. 'Cause that's where the good stuff is. Wow, good! But the meadow makes us an easy target for predators, so we also like to climb way up those crazy cliffs. We sheep like it steep. Me and my family can hang out on a little teeny tiny ledge that's only a few inches wide. Animals like bears or coyotes can't bother us here. Whew! And check out the view! God made us just right for staying safe in those hard, rocky places. My hooves are split and have a rough skin on the bottom that grips tight to the rugged rocks. Plus, I've got excellent eyesight. No glasses for me. It may sound like climbing these cliffs and balancing on jagged ledges is hard to do, but God has given me everything I need to live here. Find food and keep my family safe. I've heard that you sometimes have to do hard things too. When there's a bully at school, maybe you feel like you're in a rough, rocky place. You may not be balanced on a cliff ledge like me, but maybe you have to balance homework, chores, sports, music, and friendships. That sounds hard. Maybe coming here today and making new friends even feels like a hard thing for you. But did you know you don't face those hard things alone? No way! Jesus is right beside you. Yep, even right now. He gives you His power to climb through those mountains of worry and get through any rough stuff you gotta do. The Bible powers you up with this truth. For I can do everything through Christ who gives me strength. That means you don't have to have your own power to do hard things. Jesus' power helps us do hard things. Trust Jesus.
Hi, I'm Lorraine Henry. I'm with Hanscom Park Church, and my friend Ananias is Cindy Surface from Hanscom Park. And tonight we're going to tell you a story about how Jesus' power helps us to do hard things. And you know, our story is about Ananias helping Saul, and it's out of the book, New Testament book, Acts chapter 9, verses 1 through 19. But first, before we start that, I want to talk about our Bible verse tonight. And it says, "For I can do everything through Christ who gives us strength." I can do everything through Christ who gives us strength. And that's from Philippians chapter 4, verse 13. So let's hear a little bit more about how Jesus' power helps us do hard things. You know, there's some things, as people come to visit me or others, or I see friends or children, I ask them or talk to them about what might be something that's hard for you to do. And that could be, maybe it's hard, maybe you find it's hard to read, or maybe you find it's hard to turn a somersault, or what's going on, Ananias?
Well, I'm hiding.
You're hiding? Well, why are you hiding? What are you trying to do?
I'm hiding from everyone. Did you know that Saul was in Damascus? Here, Damascus.
Well, you know what? Stand up and tell me more about it. Everyone, you know, this is my friend Ananias, and he's one of my new friends. But why?
Hello, friends. No, really. Saul is here in Damascus, and he's arresting Christians, people who love Jesus. I love Jesus.
Oh, I guess you...
Wait. I know he's arresting Christians and others that love Jesus, and I know about the bright light on the road, and I know that he fell on the ground and he became blind and his friends helped him to Damascus.
Well,
I got all that.
Well, I know that, but why hide from it? You know what you're doing. And why are you wearing that silly mustache?
It's a disguise.
A disguise? Well, it's really not working.
Anyway, so this morning.
You don't need this, really.
Ow! Ow! You have ruined my cover.
Well, it really wasn't much of a cover.
Well, anyway, this morning, God spoke to me, and he told me to go and find Saul. He said, go into the city, ask for a man from Tarsus named Saul.
Wow.
Yeah. And he said to lay my hands upon him and help him to see again. Well, when he opens his eyes to see, who's he going to see? Me! Me! And you know what he does to Christians?
What does he do?
He locks them up. Or he throws rocks at them.
No, that hurts.
Or he chains them up.
No, I don't want that.
I don't know what he's going to do with this, but I don't want to find out. This is scary, way too scary.
You're scaring me. What? But you know, my friends and I, we really trust Jesus, and he helps us through doing hard things. He can help you.
But this is really scary. Really scary. I don't think I can do it.
Well, I think maybe my friends and I can help you here, Ananias.
You think?
Well, we can talk about it and see what happens.
All right.
Well, you know, it's really easy to talk about trusting Jesus, but you know, sometimes it's hard. Let's try something. You ready to try something?
Sure.
Okay, well come here. Come stand in front of me, Ananias. And this is something that I'm going to ask you to really, really trust me. Just
Okay.
like we trust Jesus. First, I need you to put your arms out straight. And I'm going to ask you to hold your body hard. And then, watch out. I'm asking you to trust me by falling backwards. You can do this.
Are you ready?
I'm ready. You can do this.
Ah!
See?
Yeah.
By
that's
trusting
trust.
Jesus, you can always get back to helping. That by his trust, he's with us, even though it might be scary to fall back like you did. By trusting us, it's important to know that what's happening there. You know, it's also hard to do a lot of things sometimes. I have an example where it's hard to do something. Look at me right now. I'm barely walking because I hurt my ankle. And you know, it's hard. I had to really brace myself and trust that I wasn't going to drop you because I wasn't so steady. But that's hard for me to walk. It might be hard for... How about you? Can you turn a somersault? I know I can't anymore. And I definitely never was able to do a cartwheel. What about reading? How about is something else that's hard is if somebody's calling you names or beating you up, what are some other examples that you might have, Ananias, besides how it's hard to talk to Saul there?
Well, during this time right now, we're only around a few people. And sometimes we get on each other's nerves. And it's hard not to say something and to stay calm and to walk away if you need to. Sometimes that's hard.
Yeah, it really is. It really is at this time because it is hard. I'm see four walls. I don't necessarily see other people. So it's hard because I can't talk to somebody because somebody's not around. Those are things, but I know that Jesus' his power there is help us through these hard times, and it's really important that we do. So I'm going to ask for you to pause for a little bit here and talk to your family or friend or whoever's with you watching this video to talk about what's something hard for you and how you would trust in Jesus' power to help you. So we know God has asked you what to do. And you know you're not alone, that there's always someone there to help you. And we know that you have the power to do hard things, even though sometimes it's hard. And you know Jesus' power is there, helps us do these hard things and trusting him. Now, all that's left for you to do is what you need to do. Are you ready, Ananias, to do it?
Well,
You can do this. You know Jesus' power is there to help you.
I know. Well, maybe later. I don't know.
Would you feel better if I prayed with you?
Oh yeah, I think that would help.
Okay. Prayer is just talking to God. And I know you can talk to God and ask him to give you the courage to do what you need to do. Ananias, God is with you. He's guiding you. You can do this. Go do it.
All right.
All right. You don't need that.
Okay.
You really don't need that.
Jesus helps us do hard things. All right,
Yes.
I'm ready.
All right. Well, I hope we find out how Ananias does. And you know, maybe he'll stop by later and tell us a little bit about that. You know what I just did there with Ananias is you can do for people or friends that you know that are just going through something that's really hard. And you can talk to them, you can pray with them, and you can ask for God's help with them for whatever they're going through. And those hard things will ease and make you feel better. And you know what? I'm going to ask you to take a moment and think about who you could help there with something that's hard and going on in their lives right now. So let's take a moment. So, you know, I'm really glad you were with us today, but I hoped Ananias would come back and hear what's going on.
Hey!
So what?
Have you heard?
No.
I did it. I did
Right.
it. Yeah. I went to see Saul and I laid my hands upon him. It was scary. I mean, he hadn't eaten in 3 days, but he was still scary. But I did it. And I put my hands on him and I prayed over him that he could see. And these like scaly things came off his eyes and he could see.
Oh my
And he was
goodness.
baptized. And he had something to eat. And it works out. Jesus really can help us do hard things.
You know, he's always told us that his power to help us do those hard things are so important. And you know, that's just incredible that you had the strength to do that.
I know. Thanks for helping. Thanks for helping. Well, I gotta run.
All right.
See you later.
Bye. Bye. You know, his power is amazing. That Jesus' power to do hard things is wonderful. And remember with our Bible verse again, where we talked about, for I can do anything in Christ who gives me strength.
Hello and welcome to our VBS music section. My name is Chuck Surface. I am a member and musician at Hanscom Park United Methodist Church, and we are so excited to be singing with you for VBS this year. I just have a welcome song for you called Get On Board. The gospel trains are coming, I hear it close at hand. I hear the cars are rumbling and rolling through the land. Get on board, little children, get on board. Little children, get on board. Little children, there's room for many and more. I hear that train a-coming, she's coming around the curve. She's loosened all her steaming brakes and straining every nerve. Get on board, little children, get on board. Little children, get on board. Little children, there's room for many and more. The fare is cheap and all can go, the rich and poor are there. No second class aboard this train, no difference in the fare. Get on board, little children, get on board. Little children, get on board. Little children, there's room for many and more. Get on board, little children, get on board. Little children, get on board. Little children, there's room for many and more. Thank you so much. We're so glad that you are here. We have a bunch of songs to learn this year at VBS. And one of our themes this year is the train. And so I have a song called This Train is Bound for Glory that I would like to teach you. Okay, and so what we're gonna do is we're just gonna echo. And I have some helpers here in the room, and they are gonna be echoing along with you. And so I'm gonna sing a part of the song, and then you are just welcome to sing it back with all my friends in the room. So I'm just gonna go ahead and sing it once all the way through. It's called This Train. This train is bound for glory, this train. This train is bound for glory, this train. This train is bound for glory, Jesus made a place in heaven for you. This train is bound for glory, this train. Right, now it's our turn to echo. So I'm gonna sing, and then you can echo right behind me. This train is bound for glory, this train.
This train is bound for glory, this train.
Awesome job. This train is bound for glory, this train.
This train is bound for glory, this train.
This train is bound for glory.
This train is bound for glory.
Jesus made a place in heaven for me.
Jesus made a place in heaven for me.
This train is bound for glory, this train.
This train is bound for glory, this train.
That was such wonderful singing. Awesome, we're gonna do it again. This time though, you can sing with me. Here we go.
This train is bound for glory, this train. This train is bound for glory, this train. This train is bound for glory. Jesus made a place in heaven for me. This train is bound for glory, this train.
That was so wonderful. We're just gonna go ahead and keep that song in our back pocket and we'll come back to it tomorrow night. Another song that we're going to be singing is called Your Power Will Pull Us Through. And this song has a lot of repeating words. Okay, and so as you listen to this song the very first time, what I need you to do is count how many times I sing trust or trusting. Okay, so that's your job. How many times do you hear trust or trusting? You can just add them all up together. Let's see how you do. We trust in you, Jesus. You're all that we need. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. You give us hope and life that's forever. You make us bold and we stand together. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. Did you count?
7.
How many?
7.
7 times. Great counting. Awesome. This time we're going to sing it again. But instead of counting, I want you to see if you can sing all 7 of those trusts or trustings with me. So we're going to go nice and slow. And I'm going to give you a heads up. The very first 3 things we say are we trust, we trust, we trust. Here we go, nice and slow. We trust in you, Jesus. Awesome, thanks. Then we're going to say you're all that we need. Here we go. You're all that we need. And then your power will pull us through. Your power will pull us through. And we're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. Excellent job. Let's do that one more time, a little bit faster this time. Here we go. We trust in you, Jesus. You're all that we need. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. That is such wonderful singing. Let's do it one more time, even a little bit faster. Here we go. We trust in you, Jesus. You're all that we need. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. Oh, excellent job. Great. We have a second part to this song, and it's the same melody, so the same notes, but different words. I'm going to sing it once nice and slow, and then we'll sing it together. It goes like this. You give us hope and life that's forever. You make us bold and we stand together. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. It even ends the same. All right. It says you give us hope. Let's draw that nice and slow. Here we go. You give us hope and life that's forever. Good. You make us bold and we stand together. You make us bold, and we stand together. And then you know this part, your power. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. That was so awesome. Let's do it again a little bit faster. All the way through. You give us hope. Here we go. You give us hope and life that's forever. You make us bold, and we stand together. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Let's go just a little bit faster. Same thing. We trust. Or sorry, you give. 1, 2, ready, and. You give us hope and life that's forever. You make us bold, and we stand together. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. Oh, wonderful job. All right, let's go back, and I think we can do the whole first 2 parts of that song. So we trust, we trust, we trust, and then you give us hope. We trust, here we go. We trust, we trust, we trust in you, Jesus. You're all, you're all, you're all that we need. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. You give us hope and life that's forever. You make us bold, and we stand together. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. That was such wonderful singing. Thank you so much for singing with us today, and we will see you tomorrow to learn some more of our songs.
Welcome back, everyone. Each day we're going to wrap up at our tremendous trip here at Wrap Up and here at our train station. Earlier we talked about how Ramsey helps us remember our Bible point for tonight. Bighorn sheep are custom made to travel up steep mountains. When you see Ramsey, you can remember that Jesus' power helps us through hard times. Sometimes doing hard things means you have to do them more than once. And sometimes you need people around you who can help you out. Jesus has the power to put just the right people in your life who can support you, guide you, and help you through stuff. Ananias had to trust Jesus, and so do we. Okay, now it's time to talk about our mission project for VBS this year. All 4 churches got together and decided we wanted to support a group that would help people during this pandemic time. Together is an organization that helps people with rent and utilities, with transportation needs, and they also have this great food pantry. So we decided together would be a good fit. Now, we would normally sit down now and decide what would be our goal that we want to reach for this mission project. Well, since we aren't in person this year, we can't do that either. So again, all 4 churches got together and we thought about a goal for us this year. We think that maybe $500 would be a good goal. Also, you can't just bring your donations to church and put them in the box, can you? So we came up with 2 ways that you could donate. You can either mail your donations to Hanscom Park Church with a little note on it saying that it's for Together VBS, or you can give online from the Hanscom Park Church webpage and click on the Together VBS tab. There will be a slide at the end of this wrap-up to give you that information again. I will try to give each church updates on the progress toward our goal. Thank you for your help with this worthy project. Okay, we've had a great first day at Rocky Railway. Thanks for celebrating Jesus' power with me. I can't wait until tomorrow for another day of adventure, discovery, and excitement with all of you. See you tomorrow.